Hey guys, what is going on? Coach Sam here. Hopefully everyone is doing awesome today. We've got Aaron Judge pulled up. We're talking specifically about the fundamentals in our swing that happen when you start to get into rotation. You can call it rotation, you can call it bat lag, whatever you want to call it, okay? But there's a couple fundamentals that we absolutely have to keep in mind if we're trying to achieve a swing that's at a big league level, okay? So we got Aaron Judge pulled up here. We've got him where he's already taken his step forward. He's already ready to swing the bat, okay? And now all we're doing is we're going through the swing, okay? So Aaron Judge, a couple things to keep in mind when we get to this position. Let me move this out of the way so you guys can see a little bit better. Actually, better yet, let me move it down here. A couple things to keep in mind is that his hands are over his back foot, which we've talked about in previous videos, and his hands are inside that lead elbow, right? He's in a strong athletic position. He's in an attack position where his shoulders are going slightly downhill, okay? Lower half is going to start to go first. So if I start to go through this thing slowly, there's a couple things that are going to happen, okay? One is that the back elbow and his back knee are going to initiate the swing, okay? And they're going to go at the exact same time. Okay, you guys can see how they're moving in sync. So back elbow, back knee, same time. You guys can see how that works together, okay? And if you guys want to talk about bat speed, I know so many people are excited about bat speed and they talk about bat speed. Well, a big part of your bat speed is keeping this right here tight to your back shoulder, okay? For anyone that's ever watched figure skating, not that I'm a huge figure skating fan, but the principle applies, right? So figure skaters, when they keep their hands close to their body and they go up and they spin faster when their hands are close to their body, right? When they jump up and their hands are further away from their body, they spin slower. So center mass, your spine, your belly button, you want to keep the barrel and the bat close to your center mass if you want to achieve higher bat speed. So that's a big tip to keep in mind right there. So you want to keep this thing tight until you release the barrel out in front here, which we're going to get to. Okay? So big tip to keep in mind. Keep the barrel close to that back shoulder. Keep it tight. It's called connection. Okay? Another thing that you want to talk about with bat speed is that this barrel is going to tip back, right? So it's tipping back behind his body. So when you go forward, you can see the barrel tips back. And it's actually creating bat speed. So the bat actually creates momentum all the way back behind his head towards the catcher and eventually towards contact. Okay, so he's not taking his hands and pushing them straight forward, right? A lot of coaches tell you that you got to take your hand straight to the ball, take your knob to the ball, take your knob to the ball. Well, that's ridiculous because then you get very handsy. You don't use your lower half, you don't use your core, you don't use your shoulders. You're just pushing your hands to the ball, and you don't achieve early bat speed. So the barrel has to tip back, right? I know that's a big topic of discussion lately. Barrel tips back behind your head, stays tight to that back shoulder, it stays connected as you go throughout your swing, okay? So if we go forward a little bit further, his back knee is pushing towards that front foot. So this back knee is pushing down into the ground, is pushing towards that front foot. It's called a ground angle. So he's staying connected to the ground. That back knee pushes towards the ground. Again, you guys can see how close this bat is to his back shoulder. Okay? So barrel's turning back, he's staying close, he's staying tight. This lead arm is going to stay really tight to his body, okay? It's going to stay right on his buttons of his jersey. So if his elbow rush out forward, like I was talking about with the coaches just a second ago, where they tell you to push your hands towards the ball, that lead elbow rushes way out in front. That's a big no-no, right? The elbow wants to stay tight. That means your lower half and your core is taking your upper half into the swing. You don't want your lower half to come after your upper half. Your lower half wants to go first, initiate the swing, and guide your upper half into it. So the back elbow is starting to go. Elbow stays tight to his back. Elbow stays tight to his buttons, rather, right? This back elbow gets into his rib cage. The knee is continuing to rotate and go forward. Okay? And depending on the location of the pitch, that's more advanced for another video. Depending on the location of the pitch is when you release this barrel, right? So obviously if it was an inside pitch, he would stay tight for a little bit longer because he's trying to make contact closer to his body and a little bit further out in front. the pitch was away, he would release the barrel a little bit sooner. That's a little bit more advanced, but hopefully just those couple things make sense to you guys. Okay. You see the bat is in a bat lag position, so the bat's laid back towards the catcher. His back knee, his back leg is rotated all the way. And his hips, the rotation of his hips is going to be dependent again upon location of the pitch. Okay, he's going to rotate more for an inside pitch because he's, again, hitting it further out in front, less for an outside pitch, and then right in between for a pitch down the middle. So, guys, I know I talk fast, so I suggest looking at the notes down below and rewatching the video. If it doesn't make sense, any part of it doesn't make sense, okay? So he stays connected, barrel lays back. This front leg starts to firm up. This front leg starts to straighten out. You can see all of the pressure onto his front leg, and he is literally just up onto his toe, creating a drag line with that back foot. So he's creating a lot of momentum, a lot of energy, a lot of force going towards the ball, and he's blocking it with that front leg. So he's getting into rotation explosively and quickly, okay? So that front leg is a big component where his knee is inside of his foot and his hip is inside of his knee. So he's just creating this strong posture where you guys can see this straight line right here with the front leg, and he's keeping his posture tall on his backside, so he's not leaning too far forward or too far backward. Okay, he's got a good posture so he can adjust his speeds and locations. Again, that bat's in a bat leg position, and he comes a little bit further forward. And he releases the barrel. He releases the barrel back here. So here's the catcher's glove. Here's the path of the pitch. You guys can see the ball there. I know it's a little bit blurry, but I'll change the color up here just for a second. He's going to get on path with the ball. We'll go with white here. He's going to get on path with the ball way back here. So if he's late, he can still make contact way back here, right? And if he's early, he can still make contact way out here. So he's staying on the same plane, the same path of the ball for a long period of time. And I know those white lines are probably a little bit exaggerated. It's probably more like that and like that. But you guys can see the concept that he's on path with the ball for everything in here. So, guys, I hope that helps. That is exactly what you're going to see in all successful hitters. It doesn't matter if it's Aaron Judge or Mike Trout or Freddie Freeman or Josh Donaldson or whoever you like, whoever your favorite players are. You're going to see those same principles in all successful hitters. Again, they all do it a little bit differently. They all have a little different setup, a little different stance. So I hope it helps. Check the description below in case you missed anything or you want to review anything. I suggest taking a video of your own swing and comparing it, seeing if you hit those same points or any points that you're missing, and try to incorporate those into your swing. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Facebook and on Instagram. We're releasing new content all the time. If you liked the video and you want more, subscribe, like, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.